Shit, we live.
To you live, episode 11, MaryValiens.
What's up, bro?
What up?
All right.
Time no hear from on the big screen or little screen, whatever.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Yes.
Episode 11, MaryValiens. You already know what it is, man. We back one more time at Central Station Studios, one of the best studios in the Valley. You already know what it is, man. What's good with you, bro?
I'm not just simple, same, busy as can be. I got shout out to Nebby, working on some good projects. So everyone check out official Nebby on YouTube. That's all one word, not separate, just one word. Official Nebby.
How you spell Nevy?
Nevy. Official OFFICIAL.
Okay.
Nevy. All one word. You'll catch all our music there. And
I see y'all grinding, man. I see y'all grinding.
Yeah, it's getting this. It's picking up. And she's quite a voice, and things are looking really dope. Looking really clean. So
She definitely has a dope voice.
yeah. She definitely
has
is.
a dope voice.
She,
There's a lot of potential there.
Superman potential, and we just finished a couple songs that are just great. One song called Salt. So please check it out when we drop it next week. You guys will see it on my Facebook feed and on her channel on YouTube as well. She also has Instagram, all that other stuff. And you guys can check me out on Instagram.
You on Instagram now?
Yeah, I have Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all that. Alonzo the eighth, as was it? Alonzo the THE 8TH, like it is as in the eighth, because I am the eighth wonder of the universe and the galaxy. I've been on some astro traveling, you could say,
Okay.
in Seoul, jumping timelines, checking out the galaxy, what's going on out there, not just on Earth galaxy, and not just on this time, but jumping timelines. So how you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Just dealing with the family, trying to be a father, trying to be a better man. I dealt with my mentors, so I got a group of mentors, and every few months they throw a little council meeting. So I went to that last night, man, and I'm just real empowered about that. They deal with us with business and personal issues and personal things like that as far as being a man. These are OGs, like 50, 60-year-old CEOs and real estate moguls and shit like that, man. And putting us up on game last night out there in Goodyear. It was pretty dope. I went to bed and left there feeling empowered. I'm still vibing off that energy last night. So, yeah, I'm feeling good, man. But other than that, it's good. I had a quick question for you, though. Being that we both deal with music, we was one of the hottest groups in Maryville in the early 2000s. We had record label offers.
Yes.
2000, 2001, 2000.
Yeah,
like that.
It was.
Yeah.
Like what? 2000, 2002-ish. Yeah.
So how is it now that you? I mean, I know you still fuck around with music a little bit. You still dibble and dabble, but not pursuing it per se. So how is it like now being a manager or publisher or production company? How is it now? What's the differences behind the scenes as opposed to being an artist? Are there pros and cons, and then what are the challenges and opportunities?
Awesome. I love that question. And we're starting off with random talk, and awesome. I love that question because I was just traveling with that thought into my mind not too long ago, and it is a world of difference when you are your own artist,
right,
and you're trying to do the business at the same time, and as your own kind of like manager per se, at the same time you're trying to be both.
Right.
That's incredibly difficult, and it is a whole lot better now.
Is it a different animal?
It's a different animal with Nevy, because being her manager with there's a lot more responsibilities that I'm learning that a manager covers, and that I'm more free to cover. Now it's not me in the booth trying to create something on wax, she is able to provide that artistic element to what we love to create as far as music, and she can translate that for me and manifest it into a beautiful song. And it's awesome to be able to have that outlet of an artist to do that and not worry about myself having to do that at all. I can just, I already have a songwriter for her, a couple producers, so it's so easy now to worry about how to create a buzz for her, getting that started, getting that rolling, concentrating on other facets of the music industry to get going, and I can focus on that. And right now, I'm producing all her records right now, but I know there's going to come a time where I'll have other producers that get to handle that part, especially when we deal with the big record labels.
So, what are some of the challenges and opportunities you would say?
Oh, so pros and cons, challenges, opportunities. Being a manager, you just have to talk. You got to network with people. You have to go out and talk. You have to go out and present, which I have in the past few months had done so much networking and meeting people and gathering the right people to start putting the pieces together, because naturally I am a chess player. Mm-hmm. I love playing on the chessboard. I love getting the pieces moved because I love making a strategy for different positions of the pieces to strike and, get some checkmates going on. And it's the same thing, you got to line up people, you got to know what people do and know how to execute and get things going on the ball and, get some deals going. And it's been fun. It's been honestly so fun meeting new people, walking up to people and getting to say, hey, look, check out my artist, and
networking and building partnerships.
Yes, and partnerships and exploring and experimenting with new sounds. Like these cover songs that we're doing, they're just totally different. We're putting a whole new twist on it. It's not just a regular cover song with just an instrumental. So it's fun. The challenges, I would say, is just being patient with everything, making sure everything falls in line. I want to go full steam with things, but I got to understand though too that we do have other lives. We got a job. She has school, other things that just go on. But when it's a full-time gig, when it's beyond a full-time gig, that'll come about soon, and we just take it day by day.
Right.
But other than that, it's hard to find what's bad or challenging per se, because I love it. It's fun and it's a great thing, and the challenges kind of seem like it's enjoyable, like a good chess game. When somebody has you in a good chess game, it's really interesting.
The challenge of how you get out from that.
Exactly. The challenge is all based on your perspective
right.
of, what it is. But I love that question. So it's being an artist though, man. I wish if we would have had somebody like me for Nevi, like if we would have me, if we would have had somebody like me, like how Nevi has me. Oh man.
It would have been a game changer.
It would have been a game changer, but man, at those days, we'd have to sell ourselves to the devil. But
different world, different industry.
Yeah,
right.
Different industry back in those days.
Definitely different world and different industry.
Yes,
for sure.
And now we can put our own stuff together. We don't have to rely on a record label, a record company. Although we will be signed to a big record company, but back in those days, that was the only way to do it. Now we can do it ourselves. But
so where do you see? I'm asking you the question that they was asking me last night at my mentorship meeting. But
cool.
Yeah,
man, I would like that.
Yeah, that's what they were asking us, man. I may have to bring you next time, bro.
Yeah, please.
Like awesome. They asked you, like, what are you doing with your business? So where do you see your business a year from now?
A year from now. So, because I do have, being her manager, I have my management company, Doorkeeper. So I see Doorkeeper as.
Why did you call it that?
Because I want to open up doors.
That sounds better than gatekeeper, but Doorkeeper.
I want to open up doors for people. I want to give people opportunities left and right, whatever it may be.
Opportunity knocks on the door. Doorkeeper.
I'm just gonna, provide doors you can open up and you can walk through there if you want. If not, so well, I just, here for you to open up those doors to you. But I see my business totally going into places where I didn't believe, because never in my wildest dreams would I have thought I'd become a manager. It's just happening in the past few months, and the opportunities are just right there, and they're golden, and they're all universally sent by the God. And it seems like uh, uh, I want to have different acts, of course. I want to be helping other acts get involved. If not just Nevi, if it's just 1 year, it'll be helping Nevi get into high places into the industry that will allow me to get other artists and build trust with them, to allow their careers in my hands and to help mold them to where they got to be, and be a stepping stone for a lot of people, and being able to say, hey, I helped that person out in the beginning. It was cool. Might not be there for the whole long run, but just to be part of that beginning stepping stone, it's awesome. And I see my business doing that, venturing off into high heights that I just wouldn't imagine from a bird's eye view. And
That was your old company name, huh?
yeah, bird's eye view. Remember that? Bird's eye view. But I've been talking about that so much because of how drones can get that
Panoramic view.
yeah, that panoramic view. And
so where do you see? You still ain't answered it though. A year from now, where do you see the business?
I see it very, very, very successful, very lucrative. Doing
bigger buzz, of course.
Yeah, being a big buzz, and people just being able to recognize it, and being like, this is a well put business, a well put establishment. It's well oiled. It's lucrative. It's opening up opportunities. It's opening up doors, and it's out there performing a service to people who deserve that opportunity. And that's just what it's about. And if you ever have an opportunity, seize it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever sit on nothing, and always bet on yourself. Always bet on yourself and seize every opportunity. That's what my business will be like in a year. Is just snatching up all these opportunities left and right, just grabbing it, and taking it, and not looking back, and just building something huge in a year. But of course, that's just a year. A year goes by so fast nowadays.
Fast as fuck.
Yeah, it goes by so fast.
52 weeks.
Mm-hmm. But a lot will happen. A lot will happen in 52 weeks. A lot will happen in 3 days.
A lot can happen in 1 day.
A lot can happen in 1 day. You're right.
If you grind correctly.
Yeah, you're right. So 52 weeks.
Yeah, if that right door open after the knock, shit can change overnight.
Yeah, no, definitely. Woo. Okay, I have her songs out there right now, and it just takes that one person to be like, who's in charge of a big company, to be like, that's who I want to represent my record label. That's who I want to represent my company. I want her. And if they can see the vision that we already put down together, that we got going, man, sky's the limit. And that's where we're shooting up to. And it's going directly in that direction. And that's great. That's great. What did you say on your input?
So mine is with the OBFC, the Our Black Fathers Committee, trying to monetize the shit that we do in the community, for us. Just trying to monetize that. And then it was also like, so there's socialism and capitalism, right?
Yes.
So socialism is this is what we learned, last night. Socialism is kind of like what we do, but you kind of want to have a capitalist attitude or a capitalist mindset as far as get the bag first, get the money first. Then once you get the money, then you can do all the social work and socialism stuff that you want to do as far as the community, because you ain't got to ask nobody for it.
Yeah.
And you can just do the shit yourself and help you out to be a doorkeeper.
Yeah.
And create the opportunities for people and shit like that. So that's what I learned. And then when they said, what do you see yourself in a year from now? I stated Lord willing, hopefully in a community center, something like Desert West, but more catered as far as development and catered as far as mentoring, and not just a place to come play football and kick it and shit, but a place where there's classes and building going on. You know what I mean? And learning. That's my dream goal. To be able to help out the community like that. Put it in my old neighborhood or even another at-risk youth neighborhood and shit, and just build. Cause we didn't have that shit, bro. All we had was our own vices.
Yeah.
And our own entertainment, which a lot of times was bullshit. Not too much bullshit, but you know what I mean? Things that just weren't available like that. So in a year from now, I would like to have that. Even something like this, with community center with 3-4 rooms and shit, you know what I mean? Like just to have some shit for the kids and the youth and be able to help people that are coming from jail, from prison, who having trouble staying out, be able to like help in that. And I was like, they were like, what do you bring to the table that's different from those programs that are already out there? And then my response was heavy relatability. Because I can relate to the shit. Yeah. I can identify with the shit because I've been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's very important.
And that's a very important aspect to have.
Yes,
right.
And to provide the right type of programs and servicing for your community center to reach, the
higher heights.
Yeah, to reach the right minds and everything like that to make a connection. But that's awesome. I didn't know that. That's a good time. It's a good thing we have this conversation because I wouldn't say a year, but one of my I wouldn't say my dream, but my vision ultimately, is to have a school. I even know the school. It's a school called Lipsy. It's on 47th and Campbell. Or I'm sorry, 47th and Campbell. Yeah, and I'm gonna purchase that school from that district, and I'm gonna turn it into an art school, pure art school, where we just do like commercial, paint, drawing, animation, filming, marketing, business, everything, every facet of art that you can do, we're gonna do there, and it's gonna be like a charter school. And shout out to Pitbull because he's building a school right now in Mesa, building it up from the ground up. He's gonna start next school year, this fall, or actually this coming fall, he'll start up. But shout out to Pitbull for doing that because that's a beautiful thing, and I would love to partner up with him and purchase that school and start up that vision. And that's one of my moves that I want to get Nevi is to do a project with him and do a few projects with him. They can do a few songs together that they'll sell dope on. And if I can get him to be like, see my vision and invest with me and help get me that school, and we can start up something like that. Right. We can all incorporate.
That's what I want to tell the motherfuckers watching this shit, man. We come from the bottom. West Side Maryville, man, gutter shit. It's a blessing, and I want to thank the grand architect that we still even here. Because honestly, shit we done been through, fam, like we shouldn't even be here.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
man. One day, hopefully we'll write a book of all the things we've been through.
Some autobiography type shit. You know what I mean? Because you would be surprised when it comes to overcoming obstacles. And it's only a few. My close circle is small. It's only probably like maybe 5 people who know like my whole story, and vice versa.
Yes.
Right. So the fact that we still here, still pushing the line, still trying to do positive works, and we ain't folded yet, that shows greatness.
No, absolutely.
So I want to salute you, man.
Right on.
Sure.
And vice versa.
Right.
Yeah, we both look up to each other, and it's a beautiful thing, and we can collaborate on things like this, and we can turn it into, right now we're just planting.
Plant seeds.
And the gardens that we'll be growing is just going to be blowing minds. It's going to be like cherry blossoms, like everything, like beautiful gardens that's going to come about. And it all started from that vision and from that concrete beginnings, like you said. And if we can do it, anyone can do it. And and that'll be the main message out there to get.
That's the energy I want to give back, just to show that shit.
Exactly.
A lot of motherfuckers wrote me off.
No, for real. Yeah, we get wrote off on a lot of things. And
ain't gonna never be none. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then look what I'm doing.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Keep me a dope job. Keep me a good job. Got 2 businesses.
Yep. Yep, we got it going and
working on 4.
no,
Shit.
definitely. No, we got it going on. We got a place here. We can record and we can film, and it's a great thing. It's beautiful and shoot, sky's the limit where we're going. And remember, these are the seeds that we're planting because people can look back on this a year from now,
Right,
and watch this show and be like, "Dang, look how far they came! They're doing crazy things now. They were just talking about it. They hadn't manifested it yet, and they're still in the vision part." Which is the hardest part. The hardest part is getting people to see your vision and getting them to not jump on board, but just support and help to get you on that way to where you're going, uh, and whatever kind of support it is. Because once it happens and it's manifested and things are already going and it's happening already, then it's easy for people to be like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Let's do what you gotta do. But it's in the stages of when things are on the real grind, when you gotta get people to support and get on your team and see your vision. It's the hardest time. And we are in that time now, but it's the most beautiful time because when we get back, it's that climb up the mountain. When you get to the mountaintop, when you see that view, it makes it worth it, that whole climb. If you climb a mountain, it's totally different seeing that view top than just getting lifted, dropped off of, helicopter onto a mountain and watching it. It's totally different. You have to climb up that mountain. And
I'm not a hiker, but shout out to Bilal. He's the hiker, but
I love hiking.
I'm like, yeah, you gotta
North Mountain.
You gotta get with him. He hikes about 2-3 times a month.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he go?
Numerous different ones.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't done Camelback yet. I heard Camelback is kind of crazy, but
South Mountain was crazy. That was the first and last time I went. That shit fucked me up. We was with a bunch of kids with us and shit. I wanted to quit. And I was like, but I couldn't quit. They looking at me like a football player and shit. Like, yeah, you running up there, motherfucker. Like, yeah, really, but I feel like I'm about to die, motherfucker. Like, but I couldn't quit because I had young soldiers watching me, so I had to keep pushing. But as far as that analogy, the climb, the hike to the mountain, that's where the success is built.
Yeah.
You don't want to get dropped off on top of it. You want to walk and hike up the motherfucker because it makes getting to the top that much more enjoyable and that much more meaning to it.
Exactly, and that's where we're at right now. And it's there's no other grinding time that I appreciate it. It's fun. There's nothing where I'm like, there was times. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of times, but once the stars started to align, then in a pick of momentum, man, you ride that wave, and it's good to look back at sometimes, but sometimes you just don't look back and you just keep sprinting to your next destination and on to the next after that. It's a marathon. Life is a marathon, and
the marathon continues.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, speaking of the socialism versus capitalism, we can get into the next topic, which is Nipsy Hustle. This is a brother who really from the streets, really was about what he said he was about. Wasn't the best lyrically, I can say that, but he made dope songs. And then the shit that he would rap about, you could feel it in your soul. You could feel the shit, and that's what made him popular. Now, he had an untimely demise right when he was about to really, really blow up and shit. But I guess there's a video surface with Whack 100 that was put out by Campbell.
Yeah, Hassan Campbell, which shout out to Hassan Campbell. He's a YouTuber. I think he's one of the best YouTubers. His content, his message is just the best. What he has to say, and he put out the video. He recorded him.
So Whack 100
secretly recorded.
So hold on, tell the whole story. They were doing the interview, right?
Or he was they had a round table. Yeah, they had a round table with Whack 100, 6ix9ine.
I can't stand that motherfucker. Or Academics.
And Hassan Campbell. Yeah, it was them four at a round table. And they had to sit down. It seemed very respectable. It seemed very mutual. It didn't seem like it got too crazy. But I guess it's what happened after the sit down that Hussam Campbell came out and just started talking about there was beef going on between them all, drama going on, and
Between who? Like
between
Nipsey Hustle
between Wack and Hussam
Nipsey?
Campbell.
Oh, Hussam Campbell.
Yeah,
Okay.
Wack 100, Hussam Campbell having like a beef after the sit down, and with 6ix9ine as well. Because 6ix9ine and with Wack 100, I guess they're partners of some sort.
No, he manages him, I think.
Oh, that's his. Oh, really?
And he was the one telling his business, talking about, yeah, that motherfucker broke. He broke. He ain't got no. I don't know how he broke unless he just blew all.
Oh, you mean
money.
when 6ix9ine when he said he was broke?
Yeah, and Wack 100
when he got
confirmed it. Right. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't understand why you managing a broke motherfucker.
Well, he's probably broke because he's getting all the money,
Mm-hmm.
which would make sense. I mean, if that's what kind of manager you want to be, but I mean, jeez, I don't know. Yeah, so there. I didn't know that.
So what
that
was
his manager?
that's his manager.
Okay, so then that makes sense then. So then, yeah, they're like partnered up, and I guess they had beef with Hussam after the sit down. And Hussam,
For what though?
I don't know. I guess Hussam Campbell was saying something like Wack 100 wants to build a podcast and kind of use his platform to grow. Because Hussam Campbell, dude, he's gotten about last time I saw he was over 300,000 subscribers. He was big. He's pretty big. So yeah, there was some speculation going on with Hussam Campbell and what the drama was about. But overall, what happened was he filmed or secretly recorded Wack 100 talking about that secret video he had on Nipsey and his wife and like a bodybuilder guy, in a situation of sexual, content.
That's what his trainer.
He
Or he was
described.
having a threesome or
He
whatever.
even described. Wack 100 even described everything about the video, like what it showed, and yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like it.
What was in the video?
It was saying that Nipsey was gay.
Gay.
Yeah, that he was gay. And
So what did he do that was gay?
dang, you want me to break down the video? Like,
Yeah, you gotta break down the video, man.
no, I mean, it's it's hard.
Ain't no
because
kids watching this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but it sucks because Nipsey's dead.
And he can't defend
himself. That
Right.
sucks.
Right.
That's the main part. You know what I mean? And his wife, unfortunately, dude, she's quiet about all of it. And it kind of makes sense on why she is. She's probably being, I don't know, something's happening with her, but it just says,
Well, she's not into politics and street shit though. She's an actress.
Yeah. Well, was she an actress or singer or something like that?
No, she ain't a singer. She's just an actress.
She's an actress?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was a singer, actually.
Nah, she ain't a singer.
So yeah, he just talks about what's in the video, saying that Lauren's down there with another guy, giving is it Phileo?
Giving them dome. You can say dome. Giving dome.
giving them dome and the dude like her nip is like in the back, like
Hitting it.
Yeah, hitting the back, and then they start switching out positions and all that stuff. So, insinuating that he likes guys too as well. And Wack is being recorded secretly. Like, and he's talking about like, I got the video, this and that.
So he don't know he getting recorded. And he talking all this shit about
Well, okay, well, check it out.
Nipsey
Hussam
Hustle.
Campbell, Hussam Campbell's been putting out videos afterwards, and he says that Wack 100 says he knows he's being recorded everywhere he goes. Which, if I was Wack 100, I would believe that too. I would be like, no matter where I go, whoever I sit down with, no matter what kind of business deal or anything, networking, I'm probably being recorded. So he had to have known he was being recorded by Hussam Campbell, dude. He had to have known. So, is it secretly recorded? Who knows at that point? Who knows? I don't really believe Wack 100 a lot. This guy is crazy. He started talking foul about Tupac at one point, and it was really, really foul. And a lot of things I never believed. And
I personally think he's like a shit starter, in my opinion. I personally believe he's like a what do you call it? A satire ass type motherfucker who like, making up shit or putting 100 on 10 is what we used to call it. Like you're super exaggerating. You're putting shit on 10. Like let's just say it got some truth to it. Nipsey and this girl, they like threesomes, or he was doing some sexual shit. I don't think he would do no gay shit. Now I ain't putting nothing past nobody, but at the same time, like I just don't see that. I've known for a fact that some of that shit Wack be saying be fucking false as fuck.
Yeah.
That motherfucker just be talking out his ass, in my opinion.
I think so too.
So just for clout, just for what do you call it? Shock value. And controversy sales, and so in that case, you always want to be the motherfucker saying some crazy shit so you can get attention.
Well, see, I didn't know he manages 6ix9ine. I didn't
now,
well, he just
I don't know for sure, but I think that he's working with him in some shape, form, or fashion.
And well, 6ix9ine just dropped an album.
It ain't gonna do shit.
It ain't, but
he's
like you said, they need shock value. Bro. They need shock value to bring that attention over to maybe sell an album or two.
All right, he said he knows he's always being recorded, right?
Yeah.
So he's talking about that shit, knowing that it will probably be recorded. If he knows it's being recorded, and he's talking freely, and he don't care if it's being recorded. So he knew what the fuck would happen. My thing is, bro, Nipsey was a reputable. Nipsey still is a reputable, even though he's been gone for a year or two now. Fucking it's motherfuckers who still love his music, who still love him, who still down to ride for him. So my thing is, I think that shit fake, bro. I don't think that shit's true at all.
Yeah,
I think he just making that shit up, bro. In my opinion.
Yeah, same here. I don't believe Wack. It's that guy. Yeah, he's a trouble starter. He gets stuff, trying to get attention going. Yeah, it's hard. I don't believe it either. It's crazy. It sounds like it's something, dude. That's gonna get dude.
I think it's gonna get him fucked up.
It could get him killed. It could get him beat down.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get him fucked up. And then you say Nipsey Hustle. You see some shit where like Nipsey Hustle bodyguard even got into a whack.
Yeah. So what he is bodyguard. Wack even talked about it, saying his bodyguard tried to run up on him, missed, and didn't connect, and they had got him. But I heard the conversation with his bodyguard saying that he got him pretty good. He didn't want to talk about it in detail, but he talked about how he got him. He got him good, and was able to knock him out too. Actually, knocked him out. He said.
Oh, slept him?
Yeah, slept him. So I believe his bodyguard sounded legit, sounded truthful. There's really nothing to hide for him. And there was nothing for him to gain. He's not trying to create a podcast or manage somebody. There's nothing really to gain on his end.
Right.
So yeah, he sounded legit, and yeah, man, it's crazy, and yeah, he's reputable, and what's going to come about it. It could be dangerous for him. Beat down. Yeah, another beat down for sure. If that bodyguard, sees him again.
I think that shit might be worse than a beat down though, because now you alleging this motherfucker fruity and shit. As a stand-up man that Nipsey represented, stand-up black man that Nipsey represented and shit. Stand-up G. And now you basically like trying to assassinate his character. There is going to be consequences and repercussions for that shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion.
Dude, I heard too that Wack was involved in the leaking of tapes from Oscar De La Hoya too. Remember
those pictures?
Yeah, when he was like in lingerie and all that.
It was just pictures. It wasn't no video, right?
Oh yeah, there were just pictures, but I don't know, but I what there was, I saw pictures, and yeah, they said he was involved in the leaking of that. But dude, maybe that's his like business, you know what I mean? Like he's on like business of extortion, and getting evidence, and not evidence, but getting like some material, tape, film on people.
And then we're talking earlier. You brought up a conspiracy of Nip. Basically, the higher ups in his neighborhood, wherever he's from, didn't like the fact that He was you didn't answer that?
No.
They didn't like the fact that he was working with the laws and shit and doing the shit in the community. They didn't like that shit.
Yeah, so that's what Hassan was saying. He was saying that's the reason why he got killed was because they didn't like how he was bringing it all together, especially with the police getting tired of trying to make peaceful ends with them, so they can stop harassing and just make it all a peaceful thing. And yeah, he was saying the higher up said they do shitty and to carry out the deed. It's interesting. Everyone can go to Hassan Campbell on YouTube, check out his stories. He delivers a great message. He's trying to get the youth to not be into gangs, to think, to be like men, to not be in that gang culture, to not be in that violent culture, and just to think. And that's his overall message. And he gets attacked by a whole bunch of dudes that aren't even about that message.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, you don't even have a message, nothing positive. You're just, trying to make views. And he's cool. He's awesome. I love the way he dresses. He wears the dopest. I ain't gonna lie to you. He wears like the dopest shirts, sweaters, hats, all that good stuff. He's tight, dude. Especially, but his message.
So what? So the video of Wax saying that shit is on his page.
Yeah, you can go to his page. And you can go and he releases. He's on his phone. He releases the footage, and there's a lot of other platforms on YouTube that are covering this right now. That doing their ops and everything on it.
Their take on it or whatever.
Yeah, doing their take on it, and it's not looking good for Wack. It's like a lot of people are coming after him, which he should have known. Talking like that. Even if you did have tape on it, to be talking like that, it's not too bright. But
and that motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, no, it is. It is.
He got to be crazy, bro.
Yeah, it is, and we'll see what comes about.
Yeah, we'll see what comes about it, man. But
that's why I like watching 6ix9ine. I didn't like his music; it was trash. But 6ix9ine just had that. He just had that.
Yeah, it was trash.
It's trash. but he was like watching a live train wreck. It's hard to turn away from a train wreck. You don't want to see a train wreck. You don't want to see bodies flying out.
But you kind of want to see it.
But you got to see it. Yeah, it's like you got to see it. You can't turn away. And it's like that with this kid. Something's going to happen. He's talking so reckless that something's going to happen. But
he's probably like that type of shit. Like talk all that shit.
He does, but
like diss everybody and shit. Everybody, like, you know what I mean? And that's bad juju.
Hell yeah, dude!
That's bad karma, universe, juju.
That's speaking something into existence,
right.
which
the
really exists.
Shit. Words are spells.
Yes.
That's why it's called spelling. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Your words are powerful. Your thoughts are powerful.
Oh
yeah. And I believe that when you attract that type of energy, the grand architect, God, Allah, whatever you want to call him, he's gonna give you what the fuck you asking for.
It's gonna happen. So you
know
gotta be careful.
So
what you speak.
You just gotta be careful.
When you call into work, be careful on the excuse you use, because to be truthful, it might happen. If you call in for someone sick, one of your kids sick, that could happen. Your kid could get sick. You might call in, act like you're calling in for a flat tire. Your car really might get a flat tire afterwards, And you speak that stuff into existence. So,
right.
Yeah, you got to be careful on your wordplay on what you speak about people out there, because I see it's funny how, not funny, but, you see it happen to people. And, you see them, talking about something and it actually happens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, you're right, man. What else you want to talk about tonight, man, while we're here?
While we're here and we're having everyone live, just talk about spirituality. I've been on a voyage lately. I've been on a crazy spiritual voyage. I've been going to the sauna lately. I've been going to the sauna, hitting like an hour and 10 minutes in the sauna.
In the sauna?
In the sauna, straight in the sauna, just sitting there for like an hour and 10 minutes. And it started for like 20 minutes to like 30. Then I got to 45. Then I started hitting an hour. Then I started hitting an hour and 10 minutes. Then, seeing how long I can go. But it gets crazy in there. If you can meditate inside there while you're melting, it's an awesome
While you're
thing.
melting.
Because you're melting, dude. You gotta be hydrated though. Before you step in the sauna, make sure you're hydrated because it takes the water out of you like that, like in quickness. So, you can flash back to different lifetimes. You can jump different timelines in meditation. Closing your eyes. Your body is um, your body is the temple, and you just no matter where you're at in this earth,
I got a
you
question.
can voyage out.
What do you think about you heard of the third eye, right?
Yes.
And you know what they call the third eye, which is the pineal gland.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I guess it's right here behind your brain. So a lot
It's
of
a
people
mystical
say,
gland.
no, it's there, bro.
No, it is, but like in the other,
It's mythical, but they say it's decalcified, meaning that if there's certain shit that you eat or drink, or shit that you use or shit, you can decalcify it, meaning that it's there, but it's not working.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that you could use and take or whatever to calcify it, basically to make it work.
Well, please.
So I don't think that the grand architect will put something in us architecturally wise that we can't use. So from my research and what I've been reading and watching and shit like that shit is very powerful. And that's where I go to my point to where like, is your third eye open? Is your third eye woke? If you ever noticed back in the day, even with pictures of like Prince and shit like that, or shit like that, he would wear glasses like 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
And the third one was
I remember that.
For that pineal. That being open.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Do you think that shit is true? Do you think it's?
Oh yeah, and definitely I got mine open. I can close my eyes and I can venture off into a state where it's more colorful, where it's more vivid. There's more life going on. And when you get back, and you don't even realize what's happening until you get back in here. When you get back, you're like, when you open your eyes, you're like, dang, I was actually somewhere else. And it's funny you speak of Prince because, I was thinking, I had a conversation. I like to do what if questions and all that stuff with people.
Mm-hmm.
And like, just crazy questions out the blue, hypothetical. If there's one guy in the world that you would let your girl sleep with and you'd be okay with, is there anybody like that exists?
What? You gonna say it's Prince?
I was thinking, what, Prince? I'll be like, shh.
Why though?
I don't know.
So you get her pregnant? Hell no.
Prince got nobody pregnant, dude. Like that, that wouldn't happen.
Does he have kids?
He don't. But he almost had a kid with dude, I don't even want to say with who because I might get it wrong.
Prince had hoes, bad ones. Apollonia.
Dude, he had the best of the best.
Motherfucking Vanity.
Yeah.
I still like that bitch. She probably still bad now. She probably 60
Vanity
years old.
Passed away. Dude.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Vanity passed away.
What? Recently?
Probably about. I want to say
from what?
About within the last 5 years.
From what?
Supposedly she was sick, had some kind of cancer or something like that. Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, she passed away, but yeah, she was bad, dude. But Prince, dude, he's just that mystical person. You know what I mean? That you don't ever like talk about like my girl got bagged by this dude. You get mad. You know what I mean? But dude, that would kind of like a trophy. Like, yeah, my girl got with Prince. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I feel you.
And Prince isn't going to be like, hey, I'm trying to get with your girl because I want a relationship with her. He's just going to get with her and bounce out. There's no threat physically. Maybe talent's there. You might be able to sing to her a little better than you, but yeah, just going back and thinking about that. But now Prince is a spiritual dude, and I believe in that awakening, that spiritual element that we all need to tap into, and I believe that's what all these messiahs were. That's why if you believe in like a Jesus, Jehovah, Allah, whatever it is that Buddha, whatever it is that you may be, they were all messiahs, and they weren't intended to be taken as God or godly figures. They were just simply that, messiahs, messengers.
Just tapped in all the way.
Tapped in, exactly. And they wanted to let you know that you can tap in as well. Not that I'm tapped in and you should listen to me and that's it. No, it was more of the message was I'm tapped in and so can you. We're trying to tap you in too. And a lot of people got that message distorted and they started worshiping them as godly figures.
Did you know that Buddha was black?
I bet, just like Jesus.
You think Jesus was black?
I believe Jesus was of a darker skin tone.
Not how they portray.
Then when
blonde hair, blue eyes type.
Exactly. I don't think he was,
because the Caucasians weren't even in that region, theoretically, historically speaking.
You're right.
So that's how you know shit is fixed.
Yeah.
But even with Buddha, if you see the statues and shit, Buddha, they you see the naughty, the little plaits and shit. You ever seen that? His hair.
Really? No, actually.
Look at
he was bald.
No, but look at the statues. And some statues, you see, he has a little tiny, naughty dreads and shit, bro.
Oh shit! I'll look more closer to that. I didn't know.
You ever heard the term Asiatic black man?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay, so Asiatic means like of Asian. Asian and African. You know what I mean? Like it comes from that because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. The whole human race originated in Africa.
Yeah.
Hence the term motherland.
Yeah.
And if you look at the Pangea before the earthquakes and all that type of shit, it is a puzzle.
Oh yeah.
It
you
all,
can totally see where
it all connects.
Yeah.
What does it connect to?
Yeah, connects into one piece into the
It's
middle.
No, what it connects to Africa.
Yeah, the middle piece. Yeah. And I think that's where we were dropped. Because I think we were dropped off. I think we migrated here.
Yeah,
we weren't
sure.
We weren't started here on Earth, but we migrated here, and that is a point where the first step off the ship. It wasn't Noah's Ark. Wasn't a boat. Noah's Ark was a spaceship.
Noah's Ark is a story.
It's a story.
There's no proof. There's no proof of a grand flood or even that happening. So I think it's a story.
It is.
I don't know if it's a fucking fact. I can't speak.
I never speak on facts.
Yeah,
because it's hard to prove things. But,
right.
So I never speak on facts, but I'll speak on story. And check out my story. My story is that humans were on Mars, and we started to destroy Mars, and we started to kill Mars because planets are themselves organisms which are living, and we started to destroy Mars where we couldn't live there no more. So we had to migrate to another planet closest to us, which at the time they had dinosaurs. We couldn't coexist with dinosaurs. They just it couldn't happen. So what happened was they had to send the planet was dying off, so they had to send in this ship. The lucky left that was able to recolonize humans, and they have to bring their animals. They brought all their animals with them from Mars on this ship, and came, threw out their missile, hit Earth, and that was the comet or the asteroid that we say killed the dinosaurs, but it was actually a missile. Bam, killed all the dinosaurs in an instant. Boom, now we get to walk around ourselves here on this planet. We can colonize ourselves. You guys are going to get this sector, the Africans. We got the Asians. You guys are going to cover this side of the planet. You guys, it covered all these people from Mars came and had to recolonize and start over, with the cycle of consciousness.
So it wasn't just science that made the comets come and fuck up the dinosaurs, or it wasn't just a universal asteroid. What do you call it? A universal experience.
Yeah, no, it was the delivered missile that we had to go and set. Had to kill off all these dinosaurs and everything.
That's a dope theory. I don't know if I think that or believe that, but it's definitely feasible.
Yeah, no, it definitely.
I'm not saying, oh no, fuck no, but like,
it's a hell of a story.
It's a hell of a story,
and
but there is a fact that dinosaurs were here. Number one.
Yeah.
There is a fact that they all died off.
Yeah. in an instant.
So if humans are primitive and we ain't got no guns, and or maybe they did have missiles. Who knows, bro?
Well,
Like, but like fucking like ain't no group of humans taking out and making a whole species of dinosaurs extinct. Now we do know dinosaurs was here for sure.
well, don't you think right now we have the technology to make us go extinct here with those nuclear bombs?
Oh fuck yeah!
You know, we can set off a couple of nukes and we're all doomed. You know what I mean? Like we're gone, and it's going to take like Elon Musk and them is going to be in his ship flying out while we're just being blown up, and he's going to go have to start a new colonization. He probably has it already jump started up in Mars or on the moon or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I'm pretty sure they got it on the moon. You know, I'm pretty sure.
Ain't no oxygen out there though, bro.
That's what
I don't
tell
even
us.
know.
But that's what they tell us.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what they tell us, and who knows?
Well, I know Mars got water.
Yeah.
So if Mars got water, where there's water, there's life. I also seen some shit just high and shit, drunk and shit, searching on YouTube and shit, watching little videos and shit, bro. There's like numerous other, not just this universe, but hundreds of other solar systems. You know, what is it? 9 planets, 10 planets, if you include the other one, the one they found or whatever. But like,
Yeah.
so there's other solar systems.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, there's.
So you telling me within all those solar systems, there ain't no other form of life.
And yeah.
So what do you think about the Phoenix Lights? That's a documentary I watched.
I think the Phoenix Lights is man-made. I think that was a man-made ship. I don't think that was.
You think it was Fugazi?
Oh no, I believe it was real. Like there was something there. I don't think it was an alien ship though.
You think it was what? They technology, they shit that they.
It was one of ours.
They trying to fuck with motherfuckers.
It was one of ours that had a malfunction.
I watched a video on that shit, and it was who was the governor at the time? Fife Simonton. He was on there talking about he denied it.
Made everyone look crazy.
Came out in the alien costume at the news press conference and shit.
Yes.
And then was like, "Oh, I did that." And he was at the end. He was like, "Do you believe it was real?" And he even said, "Yeah." But you know, he can talk now because he ain't in the scene no more like that.
He actually apologized years later.
That old pink motherfucker ain't no telling what the fuck. This nigga's pink. He ain't got no melanin. You know what I'm saying? Like. And then he brought it out later and talking about it like, he was like, "Yeah, I shouldn't have did that." But I honestly, they asked, "Well, do you think it was real or not?" He's like, "I think it was real." Or maybe he just wasn't up on that level enough to where they would bring him in on the conspiracy. You dig what I'm saying?
And yeah, I don't believe governors have the clearance to know that stuff. I don't think they have the clearance for that, and they could totally be left out of the loop of knowing that. So I believe I don't think he knew, like he was able to know, and that was a crazy time, dude. But I still think.
Did you see him?
No, you know where I was at the time?
I don't even remember where I was at. My memory kind of fucked up, bro.
I was in California, dude. I was in California.
Oh, Simi Valley.
And yeah, Simi Valley.
You should ask your brother, because I wonder if he's seen him.
They did. They were inside Maryview Pool. They were at Maryview Pool, they said.
It was at night, though.
I know. It was like, it was like during the evening. It was starting to fall dusk and everything like that. They said this is what they told me, that they had saw. I'm not sure if it was my brother or who it was that was saying it, but they said they saw it from far away in a distance. And if I was here, I would definitely would have saw it. I would have went on the roof and would have checked it out. I still don't think it was alien, because the aliens, their technology is so far superior than ours, and it wouldn't malfunction like that. And they do hide in clouds. So the aliens, when they like to watch us, like we like to watch zoo animals, they like to watch us like we would like to watch zoo animals, and like how we like to watch nature in the element. They'd also like to watch us, but they go to the clouds and they can roll a cloud and just watch us. They can walk amongst us. They don't look like the alien lizards and big monsters like they do on Hollywood. They can walk next to us, They can, like that dude who just walked by a little bit ago. That could be a damn alien. We won't know.
I think that motherfucker was an alien.
Who?
The dude who just walked by.
Go on, walk by.
Looked like a motherfucking alien. Pushing the bike on the motherfucking basement level.
Looking for Frank.
Studio. Yeah, looking for Frank.
Looking for Frank. Dude, where's the galaxy, Frank? Show us where the galaxy's at. But yeah, there's tons of galaxies out there. And you know, the best way to prove to someone that there's life scientifically is to break it down like this. So in the science world, they say that there's life on Earth because of the distance we are from the sun. That's why we're able to have that kind of temperature and everything and whatnot to make it all exist.
The climate.
Yes. So all you had to do really is now go find a sun and find a planet find a sun that's just as powerful as ours, and find a planet that's the same.
Which is a star.
Yeah, a star, and then find a planet that's the same distance from Earth and the sun to that one and that sun. And once you find one, you know the potentially that there's.
Well, you know, the tricked up part about it is that we used to have conversations like this, and I'm gonna be as transparent as I can without incriminating, but we used to have a lot of these conversations under the influence of things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, deep conversations.
Yes.
You know, so
yeah. But I don't think it'd be on that thing for it.
Nah. It's definitely feasible. Definitely feasible, I'll say.
No, it is, and it's just I don't deal off facts. It's just wonder. I just like to make people think. I'm not trying to convince nobody into nothing, unless it's like listening to Nevi, then I gotta convince you, or listening to my artists. But other than that, I'm not trying to convince nobody on like theories or facts or anything like that, because we can't prove nothing. We can't prove that we really landed on that damn moon. We can't prove nothing. We can't prove that our gas prices are really up this high because of what's going on in Russia. We can't prove that, and so there's really no way of proving anything.
You go crazy trying to prove that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your ass in the hospital and dope you up.
Yeah, get yourself committed.
Right.
And yeah, but that speaking of that, it's a scary thing. But everyone's got to know what's going on over there with those countries and our country. It's all about the taking of the dollar. So we're seeing the dollars in the last days because that's what it's all about. They're trying
I heard Russia went all the way crypto.
Yeah.
Like there is no. I forgot what their dollar was called.
The ruble.
The ruble.
Yeah, the ruble.
So I heard there ain't no more ruble. I don't know. Maybe I got to research some more. But I did hear that they got rid of their dollar.
They might as well.
And everybody's like crypto now.
Yeah, because once everyone stopped buying oil, because so here's a little fascination thing for people to research. But our dollar used to be backed up by gold and silver until the 40s. When it was switched into the 40s.
It was backed up by what?
And it was no longer backed up by gold and silver, but then it became backed up by the oil. So it became the petrodollar. So now
the petrodollar.
The petrodollar.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, so now it's not. The dollar is no longer a borrowing note saying I have this much gold or silver. It's now a petrodollar is now a bill that's backed up by oil. So
oil?
Yeah. So
hence the term petrodollar.
The petrodollar. So that's why the world has been going. Every country has been. There's been countries out there that couldn't even buy oil unless it was a dollar bills. So they had to, transfer their dollars into American dollars to buy oil. So every country, everything was bought off of dollar bills. Now, China and Russia is like F that. I don't want to do that anymore. Let's just buy our stuff with our bills, our currency. And that's what's going on because the last countries that tried to do this, I won't go to the last one, but the one before the last was a guy named Saddam Hussein. And when he tried to go off of that...
that wasn't him.
Well, no.
It was Gaddafi.
No, he's the last guy.
It was Gaddafi because they killed his ass too.
He was the last guy. But I'm talking about the one before him. It was Saddam. He tried to do it, and look what they did to him. And then the last guy, which you're right, the last guy was Gaddafi. he tried to go against that petrodollar too and try to make it his own. And look what happened. They moped him out. And it's all a chess game, and it sucks because you're not going to get this on the news.
They killed his ass quick.
Heck yeah, both of them.
Once he dropped that dollar.
Both of them they killed quick.
Yeah, once he dropped that dollar, they killed his ass quick, bro. And then like he's powerful enough to create his own dollar and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And go
they
away
had
from the US currency or worldwide currency or whatever. And they killed his ass right after he did that shit, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
This earth is a motherfucker.
And see, the thing now about this is that, nobody had their back. That's why U.S. went in there and did that. Now you got somebody who...
That motherfucker had badass.
You know what I mean? Now you got somebody somebody that has their back.
Badass female bodyguards and shit.
It's like... Dude,
bunch
it's
of
like...
G.I. Janes and shit.
Let's put it like in this analogy. It's like the U.S. has been walking up to these countries that's been Chris Rocks, and the U.S. has been Will Smith, and they just been pow, pow.
Slapping
now you got somebody that's not Chris Rock up there. Now you got somebody that's like The Rock and another dude standing up there talking crap. What are you gonna do to them now?
Not a goddamn thing.
And if you do,
or figure out some sneaky
and if
way
you
to
do something,
right,
what's gonna happen?
Retaliation.
They're gonna smack you. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of situation we're in. It's kind of scary right now, but hopefully cooler heads prevail and all the souls unite in this world, all the light workers and all the peacekeepers, and we just mingle up and make it not happen. Because it's crazy times, but it's the way it is. It's always crazy times on this earth. You know what I mean? When was there a peaceful?
Never.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if that's just human nature or I don't know, bro. Shit is kind of fucked up right now, man. And this shit that we don't even know about is above our mental level.
Above our pay grade.
Pay grade, yeah, in the mind and shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm here, I'm going to continue to work on my community, work on us, and work on being the best humans, and melanated people that we can be, and work on that.
Right on. And I love that perspective. I'm adopting that perspective myself.
You have to, bro.
And yeah.
At the end of the day, bro, I know who fucks up everything. I ain't gonna say no names and shit, but it ain't us.
Yeah. Yeah. Rightfully so.
Most of the powers that be, bro, they from the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah.
And I think that's their nature. Maybe them motherfuckers the aliens or something. Because like you, I'm not trying to get too political, but them motherfuckers, everybody else can live in peace and coexist for the most part.
Yeah.
They planted shit that makes them feel like they're superior and everybody wants to be like them instead of just being yourself.
Yeah, I definitely can see that side working against us.
Yeah.
And that's why,
and they don't like unity. They don't like none of that shit, bro.
No, they don't. And that's what carves out character. That's what carves out adversity. That's what, puts us through what we have to go through. And my motto in my life for the longest time has been, you got to go through hell to get to heaven, because heaven will only feel good if you've been through hell. And
one of my favorite movies is, I damn near cry every time I watch it, Shawshank Redemption. I know it sounds cheesy, bro.
Man.
But it's big and tough, and I am, bro. But I'm emotional. I seen that shit. You know what I mean? And dude had to literally crawl through shit.
Yeah.
To get to his freedom.
To get clean.
And to get clean.
Yeah.
And to get where he wanted to go. And he never looked back.
No, you're right, and that's a beautiful part. I'm glad you said that. I just posted that. If you're on my Facebook page, I just posted that. It was like a 4-minute clip of that actual scene. Yeah, because in my life, I'm gonna have a podcast one day. I'm not there yet, but when I get to the clean side, I'm gonna have a discussion about my 50 Days of Hell that started on November 15th of 2021, and it went from 50 days after that.
50 Days of Hell?
Hell, dude. Like my worst how I've been through my
We
life.
can talk about it on the next episode, man.
Man, I'll have a whole. I would do the whole thing. I could literally write a book about just that time. But that reminded me of that time because you go through that 500 yards of shit that Andy Dufresne went through to get to the other side and never give up. Just never giving up after all that time being incarcerated and never giving up and believing his his perspective, believing in himself, and to make such a
He knew he was right the whole time.
And to crawl through that, it's beautiful, dude. That's one of my favorite movies too. That's one of my favorite scenes in a movie. And yeah, if everyone could put that into their life and
that Matrix.
Oh, Matrix, yeah. Dude.
He's
Matrix,
like, yo, you're faster than this.
Matrix is a documentary, man. It's not even a
don't believe you are. No, you are.
No, definitely.
So yeah, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
So
bro.
those people, if you got time, watch Shawshank Redemption, The Matrix, What Dreams May Come. If you ever watch that,
What Dreams May Come is dope.
What Dreams May Come,
yeah,
it tells you a lot too. And
What Dreams May Come is dope.
Check out those movies.
What you think about that last Matrix?
I think they all
Did you
been
watch
garbage, dude, since part one.
No, that's not true.
I think part two was okay.
Part 2 and 3
wait,
are
I'm sorry,
is
not
dope.
Garbage. Part 2 and 3 just were their own.
Part 1
movies.
is the best one. Though.
Yeah, but they were just throwing separate movies. They were like more action movies. Part 1.
I don't think so. They were just action movies. They all have messages, fam.
No, I know, but part 1 is like the
us versus technology.
No, I think part 1 is more of the spiritual.
It's all is versus. Part 1 is kind of spiritual and your mind power.
Yeah, and I think part 2.
But part 2 and 3 are just us versus technology.
Yeah. See, I think that's where
4 is us versus technology for sure. And it was kind of a love story. Yeah,
I don't think like love stories though.
I know you don't, bro, but think of it like this: you watched it. If y'all ain't watch it, too fucking bad. But he couldn't be what he wanted to be and get as powerful as he couldn't have to be without his partner, which is Trinity.
Yeah.
So she was the one that helped him get where he wanted to be and helped him, bring him back to life this time and shit and all that shit, bro. And he couldn't be that without her. So it's the intertwining of the male-female shit that can make you, you haven't met that chick, bro. You still single. Let you meet a motherfucker who straight up thinks like you or on your motherfucking level and supports you and empowers you and encourages you, and you can get to a whole nother motherfucking level.
I believe that, and I totally believe that.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm waiting for. I don't settle with.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, because you're absolutely right. Because I won't settle with somebody that doesn't partake in, my vision or ambition. If you don't do that, I can't allow you my time or anything like that unless you're up to par, which I would allow that and partner up in a union and continue with that. And you're right. And it's funny you say that because I think the original Trinity, because I think people say the Trinity is what the Holy Spirit, what do they say? The Holy Spirit,
God, Father, and the Son,
like
and
that.
the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I don't believe that.
But the real Trinity is man, woman, and child.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Earth, moon, and sun.
Yeah, Earth, moon, and sun. That's the original, Trinity. And you're right. I believe every successful person, there's a strong woman behind, and that can take you a far way. Not only with a strong woman, but a woman having a strong man as well, and having their back and getting them to where they have to go is very important and very vital. And once you can ride that wave of acknowledgement and frequency of love together,
right,
dude, yeah, you go, man,
far.
Yeah, you go mad far.
Far.
Yeah, so I checked that out, Matrix 4. I didn't watch it.
You ain't watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, I just spoiled it for you, kind of. But watch it, bro.
No,
it's kind of weak. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of weak. It's not like the first one.
Yeah, see, it's that first one.
But it still got dope action in it, and it still has a dope message. So now they got Neo trapped in the Matrix. So he think he's somebody that he not. They got him like he fucking a 50, 60-year-old white man, looking like an old ass white man and shit, but he's really Neo.
Yeah.
So he meets Trinity in her. She's in the Matrix too, and he meets her, and then they end up together in the real world, and then they fight that shit to take it over, bro. It's actually pretty dope. Everybody was saying, a lot of people were saying it was trash. A lot of people were saying it was dope. But I think it comes down back to the love of a partner or partners, where like you have people supporting you or a person supporting you and speaking power and life into you. And once they speak that shit into you, you can accomplish.
Yeah. No, that is
anything,
true.
Bro.
That is true. It's just sometimes I don't like the love story. I like serious, crazy movies.
Yeah. I feel you.
You know what I mean? And, well, I could get that though, and it is true. I totally agree with that. You know, people, get with people that take it to heights that they've never been to before.
Or
low. Again,
or
yeah,
low.
I was gonna say, but then again, yeah, if you connect with the wrong frequency, shit, those antennas ain't doing no kind of
they
service.
broke. The motherfuckers
yeah,
broke.
They're just not.
But shit, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. You already know what it is. Big Crondo.
Lonzo number 8.
MaryValiens in the building. You already know what it is, man. Central Station Studios. We'll be back. We know when we're gonna be back. But when we pop up, we pop up.
Yeah, we're like unicorns.
Yeah,
we're unicorns.
When we pop up, we ain't on no set schedule and shit.
Yeah.
Parvo's podcast on the set schedule. This shit is not on no set schedule, man. We do it. We can do it, but it is most likely gonna be on Sundays. But keep tuned, like, subscribe, and share. Share this shit, man, because we dropping jewels and shit like on you motherfuckers, and it's a higher level of conversation. I would believe.
Oh yeah.
My boys is a genius. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Likewise.
You always been a genius, bro.
Oh,
and ever since we was kids, bro. And that's why I fuck with you so tough and fuck with your family so tough, bro. Like y'all never treated me different. You know what I mean? And you're a fucking genius, bro.
Well, right on. I appreciate that. It's all love. And likewise too, I look up to you. You're my big brother, and there's no other person I'd sit with next to the show and speak on these topics with than you, because you've been there since day one. You're a day oneer. And that's the way it is. And there's no other person that I'd rather rock with on this ship. So, right on. I love you, man, and
love you too, bro.
It's all good. So, thank you for joining us, everybody.
We out, man.
Peace and
blessings. Right. But yeah, man, I think all that shit is facts, bro. It's fucking facts, bro.
Definitely is. It's also, that's provable.